Between Europe and Asia, economic dialogue, humanitarian missions, multi-vector operating and the search for compromises in the world arena. How else does Kazakhstan participate in the development of the modern world? For more details, watch the program Kazakhstan International Vectors. Today you will find out what is the financial security, which stocks are the most expensive in the world, and how to pay bills using QR code.
The history of finances originates from the time of the existence of ancient tribes. Back then, it was not even money, but means of exchange. Cattle breeders changed with craftsmen, fishermen with farmers. In the 17th century BC, the first coins appeared. They quickly spread all over the world as they were convenient to store and transport. In 910, the first paper money appeared in China. With the advent of banks, they became the keepers of money and basic values. With the delivery of money and valuables, a person received a certificate from the bank. It indicated how much the banker had in storage, and the very word banknote comes from the English words bank and note, which can be translated as the bank record. With the development of the financial institution, the need to ensure its security arose, both from the side of states and from individual users.
What will be the most interesting for consumers?
Even, let's say, for the client to look where is the ATM located in a certain country, the bank can add our ATM locator to its mobile application.
So it is a valuable instrument for the bank, right? Visa Personalization Assistant. Right, perfect. This is how, roughly speaking, we are discussing our project and work with our clients and partners. It is important for us to build deep relationships, close partnership with our customers, which are not only banks, but also state structures, trade and service enterprises and card holders. This is how we discuss on the daily basis some new things which we can introduce for the Kazakhstani consumers for the banks of Kazakhstan. Galim Tabildiev knows everything about finances. He has been working in this field for more than 20 years. In 2012, when Visa International Company opened its office in Almaty, he came here as the head of the Almaty branch for business development. Today he holds the position of general manager and supervises the company's development in all 5 countries of Central Asia. The main task of Visa is to ensure the security of payments all over the world, not only in Kazakhstan. Currently, we are present in 200 countries of the world. This allows us to see how payments are developing in all countries worldwide, how the level of security is developing. Accordingly, new products are being developed that protect the consumer when paying for goods and services using Visa cards. Visa is the link between financial institutions, consumers, trade and service enterprises, governments and business. The philosophy of the company is to create the best payment methods for everyone, always and everywhere. Galim believes that the employees of the company, professionals of their business, are the very key to success. We have a team of really strong experts in their field who work with clients. This is our business development sector. This is a team that works with trading and service companies, merging sales and solutions department. This is a team that provides technical support, and other accompanying teams. Over the years of its presence in Kazakhstan, Visa has established strong partnership relations with 26 banks of the country. Banks are different and require different solutions and approaches, Galim says. Most importantly, we've started 25 years ago with the release of a plastic card, but the evolution of payments is such that we turn to other means and methods of payments. In particular, hands-free payments have already appeared. A card is used to purchase goods and services in trade and service enterprises without any direct contact. In addition, now we are already moving towards new types of payments. These are mobile hands-free payments. The M-Visa technology technology is a new mobile solution that opens the advantages of digital commerce. It is based on ease and safety, both for financial institutions and traders and for consumers. All you need in order to implement this technology is a special mobile application and a QR code. The card is already in the mobile phone. It is a POS card termination. This is what we call a Visa token service. This is one of the degrees of protection too. What is tokenization? A fraudster cannot use it. This token replaces the card number, and before the transaction is carried out, this token is being generated and can be used only after the cardholder himself approves the operation. Visa representatives call this system a future of electronic payments in Kazakhstan. And this, by the way, is another technology that can be used for payments. This is called a sticker that is glued to the phone, and you can pay with this sticker. What I've previously showed you is a technology where the application is installed on the mobile phone itself. Thus, the phone attaches to my card account. Kazakhstan is a very advanced country. 50% of its population is young people. They are constantly demanding some new, safe and modern solutions, says Galim Tabildiev. Hands-free payments are just one of those solutions. Even today, every third POS terminal in the country is already hands-free. The safety of finances is the main condition for the operation of any structure based on commodity money relations, whether it is a separate company or a whole state. Only such a state that defends its economic and national interests in a tough market economy can be called economically effective.
Among the main national interests of the country in the field of financial relations there are increasing the effectiveness of the financial system as an important regulator of market relations, creating a balanced legal framework that ensures the effective formation and functioning of the financial system, as well as the law enforcement mechanism for its protection. In general, financial security refers more to the issue of economic security, which is part of the national security of the country. In the legal context, we are talking more about protection from various threats. First of all, it is necessary to emphasize the role of the financial system and the financial market.
Kazakhstan was the first CIS country to form a modern model of a market economy based on private property, free competition and principles of openness. As it is said in the President Nazarbayev's message, the strategy Kazakhstan 2050. The country has formed basic conditions for business and a modern tax system. The state attracted more than $160 billion of foreign investments. The economy is systematically diversified. Together with it, the efficiency of the financial system of the state also increases. There are internal and external threats to the financial security of any state. Internal threats are generated mainly by inadequate financial and economic policies and various deviations in the management of the country's financial system. Among the main reasons for the emergence of external threats, there are the integration and globalization of economic relations, the emergence of threatening crisis trends, and dependence on foreign capital. The situation on world markets is gaining importance for Kazakhstan as the level of integration of the Kazakh economy into global processes grows.
All this leads to the fact that in principle the capital is very liquid and flows smoothly from one country to another. Here some processes of insecurity may appear when the chain is broken or financial crisis phenomena arise and they flow to our local market. In general, the legal framework exists, is constantly being reformed to create a more solid system. An international standard is being implemented, for example Basel III, precisely to ensure that the degree of strength of our financial resources is increased.
In 2010, the decree of the President of the Republic of Kazakhstan approved the concept for the development of the financial sector of the Republic of Kazakhstan in the post-crisis period. The document provides for increasing stability of the financial sector, stimulating investment activity, strengthening confidence in the financial sector of the country, both from investors and consumers of financial services.
If we talk about the benefits, in principle, a lot of financial services and tools have already been launched in the market, and our economic subjects are using it. On the other hand, of course, there are negative moments. They are connected with high inflation expectations, with the devaluation of the national currency, and all this negatively affects the activities of the entities. We have very high interest rates. If they are high on deposits, exactly the same debt capital that we borrow, it leads to an additional debt burden on the economic entity. Either a person takes a loan at a high interest rate, or the company. All this affects its financial state.
The National Bank of the Republic of Kazakhstan currently acts as a regulator of the domestic financial system. According to experts, this practice of regulation and supervision of the financial market is in line with international standards. Integrated, unified oversight is the most promising scheme since it eliminates the risk of conflict of interests of financial sector entities.
If we talk about insurance and pension systems or sectors, we have a single pension fund at the moment. That is, there is no competition as it was before, and this may be one of the differences. That is, in many developed countries, in principle, commercial pension funds operate, or there is a state participation, and people have the right to choose which of the pension funds to trust their pension assets. On the other hand, it is precisely the form of creating probably protection and security when the pension fund is under centralized management and its policy or strategy is also centralized.
Он находится под централизованным управлением, и его политика, стратегия, она тоже централизована.
Since 1993, the stock exchange of KASE has been established and is functioning in the country, which is actually universal. It serves the markets of foreign currencies, government securities, shares, and so on. It is a member of international and regional financial associations. According to economists, Islamic finance can become a promising new direction for the development of the country's financial system. Financial systems in different countries are similar to each other. Often there is a single regulator. The banking system is represented by both national and foreign banks. There are stock and commodity exchanges. But nevertheless, in every state there are some peculiarities.
In different countries there are different financial models of how the financial market functions, financial system are created. In this respect, if we are talking about banking activities, there can be either a two-tier or three-tier banking system. In Kazakhstan this is a two-tiered one, as in the majority of countries. And if we single out a feature, then in the countries of the European Union, the Eurozone in particular, is a three-tier banking system where there is a European Central Bank, central banks of the country's member countries, and ordinary commercial banks of the second level.
The banking system in the US consists of commercial and investment banks. With the help of commercial enterprises, which are more than 10,000 in the country, short-term trade financing and turnover of payments are carried out, including operations with credit cards and checks. Investment banks are engaged in trading in securities and advising on mergers, acquisitions, and successful investments. The role of the central bank, that is, the intermediary between the state machine and the economy of the country, is performed by the Federal Reserve System. It oversees banks and regulates their activities, protects consumer credit rights, deals with money issues, and ensures the stability of the financial system. Stock exchanges also have great significance for the country's economy.
The New York Stock Exchange, located on Wall Street, is the main US stock exchange and the world's largest one in terms of turnover. Its total capitalization falls within $28 trillion. The shares of the Bank of New York in 1792 were listed first on this stock exchange.
Last year, the shares of Berkshire Hathaway Company were recognized as the most valuable securities, costing $215,300 per share. The company is involved in various industries and is known for its permanent owner, American investor and entrepreneur Warren Buffett. In the second place goes a multi-profile seaboard corporation conglomerate, which is related to agriculture and maritime transport around the world. The price per share is $2,993. The world-famous internet company Google, with $799 per share, took only 8th place in this ranking. Financial security can be ensured not only at the state level as an element of national security, personal finance too can and should be protected, economists say. Every citizen is one way or another involved in financial activities, be it loans, deposits, bonds, sectorial mutual funds. All of the above is not only additional earnings, but additional risks for the wallet.
У каждого из нас есть какие-то сложные депозиты.
Each of us now has some deposits with compound interest or any other financial tool, a card system that allows these risks to be either minimized or eliminated altogether. Simply, in most cases in our financial culture, this concept has not yet been adapted. We are still striving to get everything at once, if possible.
Понятие, оно пока не адаптировалось. Мы пока стремимся получить все и сразу, если это возможно.
As for personal financial security, everything depends on the breadth of personal financial horizon. Experts say often financial risks are associated with the most ordinary things, for example, literacy in matters of money and financial discipline. Risk management can help here.
Тот же самый банк, любое финансовое учреждение, он пытается подловить на том, что человек где-то забудет, где-то не вовремя.
The same bank or any financial institution tries to catch the person when he or she forgets something. Not paying the debt in time takes the least profitable product from the total list of bank products. And in this respect, if a person has a financial discipline, if a person has a financial education or self-education, that is, he or she constantly tries to know something new, to learn, because now with the development of the internet, mobile applications, internet banking tools are not limited, then these risks can be actually minimized.
Инструментарий, он не ограниченный. Вот эти вот риски, они начинают минимизироваться.
Visa is one of the most popular brands in the world. The company constantly strives to expand its capabilities and facilitate customers' financial lives. In addition, Visa supports the creation of so-called smart cities, opening innovative centers. According to company representatives, such work stimulates innovation and encourages the open trade. We have 3 innovative Visa centers in San Francisco, in Singapore and in Dubai. In these innovative centers, innovative solutions and products are being developed jointly with the government, with our customers, with our partners. In particular, if you take Dubai, for example, you know that there is a policy of creating the smart city. We are actively working with government agencies in Dubai to develop payment technology with the help of Visa cards and solutions. The essence of financial security is that inter-system communications in the financial sphere should not be destroyed, so that each of the subsystems of the economy exists and develops for the sake of others. This should be provided by state bodies that support the economy and financial security through a system of legal, organizational, political and other measures. But in matters of personal financial security, everything depends on each of us.
Если вы точно, четко будете знать, что вы хотите, когда вы это хотите получить и сколько это будет стоить, то вам уже достаточно.
If you accurately, clearly know what you want, when you want it to be received and how much it will cost, then it will be easier enough for you to link the risks that you have, namely your personal ones, to the implementation of this financial plan. The more you communicate with people from the financial sphere, watching these programs, reading literature, websites, the more you will have a picture of what risks you are facing and how to resist them in one way or another.
Перед вами стоят и как им противостоять в той или иной степени. То есть вы прежде всего здесь познаете себя.
Till the end of 2018, Kazakhstan will work on the world arena as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. Strengthening positions of the state, both internationally and regionally, will have a favorable overall impact on national security. As a result, economic and financial security will be strengthened.
Но с другой стороны, дополнительными моментами
On the other hand, additional points are that Kazakhstan also follows the concept of the development of the financial sector until 2030. It implements the Basel principle to strengthen precisely certain positions and bring new standards, international standards, to the activities of our financial system, financial institutions. This will further improve our position from the point of view of financial security.
именно с точки зрения финансовой безопасности.
Thus, national security is closely related to the economic component. Financial security is the basis of the economy of any state. Kazakhstan has consistently overcome the consequences of the global financial crisis. The domestic financial system is being strengthened. Macroeconomic statistics confirm positive results from the stabilization measures taken by the state.